My name is Dusty Muir, and today I will be giving my persuasive speech on standardized testing. This is my audience. According to NEA Today, in September 2015, 67% of parents say there's too much emphasis on testing in schools. 14% say that testing is an important way to measure the effectiveness in school. And 66% of parents agree that test scores should not be used to evaluate teachers. Teachers and students should not be subject to standardized testing. First, I will explain the negative impact on standardized tests in schools. Then I will explain how standardized tests are being used to evaluate and punish teachers. Finally, I will explain how teachers are teaching to the test. The obsession with standardized testing is affecting our students negatively. Schools are focused on the 3 R's: reading, writing, and arithmetic. Facts are not being taught. Students do not know what the 50 states are and their capitals are. They do not know what countries are around the world. Teachers have eliminated creative and innovative projects. They cannot include these in the curriculum of reading, writing, and math. Good teachers are leaving the educational field. In an NEA survey in 2012 by Tim Walker, the survey article's name is "Nearly half of the teachers considered leaving profession due to standardized testing." This says that 45% of the teachers that were surveyed would leave the educational field because of standardized testing. There's a great loss of instructional time. Teresa Smith Johnson, a 5th grade teacher in Georgia, says her school spends a minimum of 8 weeks on testing during the school year. That doesn't include preparing for the test, talking about the test, examining the results of the test. She adds, "Imagine what we could do with the time. There must be a better plan." 52% of teachers say there's not much time. There is too much time spent on testing. This includes preparing, proctoring, and examining the results. This was in the November 2012 article by Tim Walker in the NEAtoday.com. Secondly, standardized tests are being used to evaluate and punish teachers. Obama's Race to the Top initiative and Bush's No Child Left Behind Act. These acts evaluate teachers' performance even though they were intended not to. These tests do not accurately measure what the students have learned. Every student is required to take standardized tests. This includes every disabled student, every student that's sitting in a hospital bed, every student that is enrolled in that school. On April 3rd, 2016, Valerie Strauss of the Washington Post wrote an article about an autistic boy that had to show up for the standardized tests. He had a service dog, but the service dog was not allowed in the testing area. So the boy became distraught and could not finish the test. In the March 5th, 2014, Cindy Long wrote an article for NEAtoday.com. The article's title is "High Stakes Testing for Disabled Students, a System Gone Horribly Wrong." This included the Department of Education in Florida. The education's president, Andy Ford, explained how his system has gone horribly wrong with standardized testing because they require every disabled student to take the test. Schools are ignoring contributing factors that are affecting student achievement. In Chapter 3 of the 2017 edition of Building Teachers by David Jenner and Kimberly Lunis, it explains the basic needs of students. These needs include safety, love, and self-worth. Social issues are also affecting our students' achievement. Family structures, teen pregnancy, nutrition, and poverty are all a factor. Finally, teachers are teaching to the test. This includes a one-size-fits-all curriculum for districts and schools. They are ignoring the needs of the students, and they fail to recognize individual achievement of the students. Standardized tests are not helping students prepare for college. They are not helping students succeed in the workplace. Standardized testing and teaching to the test, schools are neglecting subjects such as history, civics, geography, and the arts. In 2016, Stanislavski, a professor at University of Arkansas, wrote an article, Testing Limits, and that explained the importance of these subjects and the need for them during college. Schools have resorted to cheating. Teachers are afraid for their jobs, the intense pressure to meet high goals. Results can be determined. These results can determine if students move on from grade to grade. In 2015, 11 teachers and administrators in Atlanta, Georgia, and in 2013, 35 teachers and administrators were indicted and charged for changing answers on the standardized tests of their students. This was in the April 2015 U.S. News article, Atlanta Scandal Could Be the Tip of a Test Cheating Iceberg. In conclusion, educators and students should not be subject to standardized tests. First, because of the negative impact that standardized tests have on schools. Second, standardized tests are being used to evaluate and punish teachers. And finally, because educators are teaching to the test. It is time that the stress of standardized tests is reduced in the children, teachers, and students. We need to stand together. We need to call or write our state representative to stop supporting the companies that are making millions off of these insignificant tests and that do not accurately measure what our students have learned. Thank you.